Hello, College of the Desert students. Wendy Ansley here, kinesiology professor. We have a very well-rounded flow. I'm calling this the go-to flow. The inspiration of this flow is really one of my best friends, and she had an idea that we had a little bit amount of time to practice together. She wanted to come over one evening and practice yoga. It's a gift that we share together. So I created this sequence for us to practice in a short amount of time. And when she came over, we shared it together. And I really enjoy it. You're going to need a wall nearby. This is a go-to flow. We're building upon consistency. With that, let's step on the four corners of our mat. Pada Bandha. Activate those arches. Lightly spread those toes. Active legs. Belly button to the spine, good. Ears in line with the shoulders. Standing tall and strong, mountain pose. Let's do 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Let's take a moment and set our intention together. Folding our hands, heart-centered. Lowering our head to our fingertips. Let's take a moment and set our own personal and meaningful intention for our practice today. As we set our intention here, I just want to take a moment, gratitude for friendships in our life. Friendships and family that support us. Gently look up. The gift of friendship is a beautiful thing. And I love to share yoga with friendships as well. Coming to the edge of our mat here, the go-to flow. Pada Bandha in the feet, active legs, Tadasana. Beautiful. In Tadasana, feet can be hip-width apart, or we can keep the feet together like I have it with space between the heels. Whatever comes more natural to you. Inhale, we're going to draw those arms up. Trying to draw the shoulders away from the ears. If that's a challenge, straightening those arms, we can keep the arms a little bit wider, almost like you're holding a beach ball. Or you're going to draw those palms together, thumb and index, arms outside the ears as we explore a little lateral flexion here. Shifting to the left, exaggerating that right hip to the side. Beautiful lateral flexion and drawing that left hip forward. Inhale, rise. Shift over to the right here, exaggerating that lateral flexion, left hip to the side, right hip forward. Good. Inhale, rise. Shift over here to that left, exaggerate that right side opening. Inhale, rise. Shift over to the left here, opening that left side body. Good. Inhale, rise. Exhale, we're going to swan dive down into a dynamic forward fold. You may use the blocks if that helps, right? Hands under the shoulders. Let's do a little dynamic heel and toe, heel and toe. Good. Lubricating those joints. Inhale, halfway lift, either hands to the shins, the thighs, or the ground. Sternum and chest is forward, gaze forward and down, halfway lift. Beautiful. Classical sun salutations, Surya Namaskara. We're going to frame the feet. We're going to step that right leg back, lowering the right knee to the ground, hands to the hips, Anjaneyasana, and do a few dynamics here. Beautiful. Inhale, draw that beautiful energy up. Beautiful low lunge. Find stability as you root through the 4 corners of the front foot. Press through the top of the back foot and find that breath as we inhale and we exhale through the nose to calm the mind. Gaze up and look up. Gently lower those hands. Beautiful. Frame the foot. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Back leg is straight and engaged in our runner's pose. Beautiful. Firm that left hip. Press the hands into the ground here as we draw that left foot back. Come into Phalakasana here. Push into the ground. Spread those fingers. Draw the belly button to the spine. Engage those quadriceps. Heels are over the balls of the feet. We're gazing forward and down. We're working on core stability. Beautiful. Find your breath. Core awareness. Ashtanga Pranam. Knees, chest, and chin. Trying to get the knees, chest, and chin to the ground at the same time. To deepen the pose, I like to walk my hands back a little bit closer, maybe my knees a little closer. Good. I feel the tailbone out and back. I'm connecting to the back side of the body. Gently send those legs back. Easy cobra, feet hip width apart, press to the tops of the feet. Inhale, look up, good. Elbows close to the side, shoulders in line with the elbows. As I press to the tops of the feet, I'm really just awakening my lower back, slightly opening my chest, preparing for my practice. On the exhale, leading with those hips, come into Adho Mukha Down Dog. Hands are about shoulder width apart. Press through those palms and let's draw length in the spine. The feet are hip width apart. Beautiful. Feel the tailbone come back and down, and the pubis bone come back and up. Find the breath. Breathe into any stiffness. Mindfully preparing for low lunge on the other side. We're going to draw the right knee to the chest and the nose. This is where we round that upper back. Good. Place the right foot next to the right hand, hands to the hips. 1 to 2 dynamics. Yoga's number 1 preparatory posture, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Good. Gather that a beautiful energy up. Feel that release into this pose. Feel the release of the back hip, but also lengthen the spine. Gaze up and look up. Whole body is connected. Gently release hands to the hips. Frame the foot. Runner's pose. Draw that back foot to meet the front foot. Big step. Inhale, halfway lift, hands, shins, thighs, or the ground, tailbone out and back. Exhale, come into a forward fold. Try to keep those hips over the knees and the ankles. The neck is long. Uttanasana, forward fold. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Urdhva Hastasana, gaze up, look up. Exhale, heart centered. The dance continues. Inhale, draw both arms up. Let's draw the palms together if we can. Create length in the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Let's take the thumb and index finger together and explore this lateral expression. Shift over to that left, opening that right side body, shifting that right hip to the side. Good, exaggerating. But also continue to draw that left hip forward. Inhale, rise. Shift over to that right, exaggerating that left side body opening. Inhale, rise. Shift over to the left, opening that right side body, connecting with the breath. Inhale, rise. Shift over to the right here, opening that left side body. Inhale, rise. exhale, we're gonna swan dive down. Let's do another dynamic forward fold. Heel and toe, beautiful. Come into halfway lift. Hands, shins, thighs, or the ground, or the blocks. Framing the feet, we're gonna step the left leg back, lowering the left knee to the ground, hands to the hips. You come into beautiful low lunge. Inhale, draw both arms up. Root through the four corners of the front foot, press through the top of the back foot. Let's explore a little spinal twist and a back bend. Keeping that left arm up, lowering that right arm either to the base of the spine here or outside of the left leg. Come into a little back bend, a little twist, a little heart opener. Good, gently release. Hands to the hips, frame the foot. Connect with that intention of your practice. Frame the foot, step back into Phalakasana here, plank. Lightly dome that upper back, push into the ground. Embrace core stability. Engage the shoulders, engage those quadriceps. Strong core, strong you. Stay here several breaths. Gently lower. Knees, chest, and chin, Ashtanga Pranam. However we can, come into the pose. To deepen the pose, maybe we draw the hands back a little bit more, knees closer, elbows close to the side. Feel the tailbone come out and back. Gently send those legs back. Easy cobra, feet hip width apart. Press through the tops of the feet, shoulders in line with those elbows. Hands close to the sides. Gaze forward and down. Gently lead with those hips. Come into Adho Mukha, down dog, beautiful. Embrace Adho Mukha. Press through those palms again. Spread those fingers. Draw length in the spine. Think of the shoulder blades rooted against the back ribs. Feel those inner thighs spiraling back, creating length. Connect with the breath. Inhale, exhale through the nose. Gently draw the left knee to the chest and the nose. Round that upper back. Place the left foot next to the left hand, hands to those hips. Gather that beautiful energy. Low lunge, arms up. Exploring a little back bend and a twist. Lowering that left hand either to the base of the spine here, keep that right arm up, or the left hand outside of the right leg, outside the thigh or the calf. Back bend, heart opener. Gently release. Hands to the hips, frame the foot. Runner's pose. Big step, draw the back foot to meet the front foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Tailbone out and back. Exhale, come into forward fold. Hips over the knees and the ankles. Let's take the hands and awaken those hands here. Press into the tops of the hands. So we're giving ourselves a little bit of wrist therapy, a little wrist relief. Good. Fingers come towards one another. Let's shift those hips kind of side to side here and just awaken the wrists for our practice. Fingers move away. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Let's open the chest. Let's open the heart. Gaze up, look up, a little bit of a back bend here. Exhale, heart centered. Beautiful. Now we're going to adjust our mat and come to the wall here. Malasana. So here we're going to come to the wall. And sometimes our wall space, is not perfect. We do the best that we can, right? This is where maybe we're going to have a block nearby for some of us, especially when we explore another way. Malasana, prayer squat, by many movement specialists is an incredible posture. It opens the hips. It works on hip and ankle mobility, all creating length in the spine. It's very powerful, Malasana. So the feet are hip width apart, maybe a little wider. Heels rotated in, toes out. We have a wall behind us. We're about maybe 6 inches away from the wall. Heels in, toes out, feet an inch wider than, a little wider than hip width, very close. I like the wall behind me as support. This is an art, how we transition in and how we transition out of this posture. The wall is there almost as a guide. And I like to almost, use it to have my glutes come down and help me transition. So almost kind of lightly bend and just feel that the glutes there. Good. Inhale, we're going to draw both arms up, creating length. Pada Bandha in the feet, awaken those arches. On the exhale, the glutes come to the wall here, and we mindfully lower into Malasana. Good. Elbows in line, pressing into the knees for the energy. And if it's a challenge, some of us may have to come onto our fingertips, which is okay. Let's explore here. Elbows press inside the knees, hands to the heart. Draw length in the spine. Gaze forward, find your drishti. It's here that I like to connect to the breath. On the inhale, I feel the prana, the energy rising from the tailbone through the crown of the head. On the exhale, I feel the breath coming down from the crown of the head back down to the tailbone. Close those eyes and connect to the breath. Hips are opening, spine is lengthening. Inhale, we're going to rise, and this is how we're going to come out of the pose mindfully. The wall behind us mindfully. Good, moving with intention. Adjust facing the wall. Even in the background, I can hear a little bit of a construction. I can hear a garbage truck. And it's actually reminding me, today is a new day. To be kind to myself, to be kind to others. I am a work in progress. I love this go-to flow. So I'm a soft arm distance away from the wall. Now we're going to open the chest and the heart, and we're going to nourish the spine. Anahatasana, puppy dog on the wall. This pose is exhilarating. So we're a soft arm distance away from the wall. We're going to walk those arms up about shoulder width apart here. We're going to puff up the chest, and the tailbone comes out and back. Drawing the forehead to the wall. Good. We're going to stay here as we open the chest. This is shoulder therapy. Open the heart. Now, some of us energetically can try to get the chest closer to the wall, chin to the wall. We're nourishing the spine, lengthening the spine,
releasing the muscles along the back, and we're opening the chest, heart melting pose, puppy dog pose. Stay here, 10 breaths. Continue to draw the chest closer to the wall. Gently release.
So powerful. Awesome. Coming to the wall now. Malasana facing the wall. Feet about hip width, maybe a little bit wider. Heels in, toes out. The heels are probably about a foot off the wall, toes about maybe 6 inches. This is an example of overhead mobility, and the movement specialists love this pose, this yoga pose on the wall. We're gonna draw those arms up. Good. And we're gently gonna bend and explore prayer squat, but mindfully lowering into this pose. Length in the spine. Again, elbows come inside the knees, hands heart centered. Possibly my hands come towards the wall here, touching the wall. And broaden the collarbones. Feel the connection from the tailbone through the crown of the head with the breath, with the energy from this posture. So many benefits. Close those eyes. Feel those hips opening and the spine lengthening. Feel the breath from the tailbone through the crown of the head on the inhale, and on the exhale from the crown of the head back to the tailbone. Inhale, rise. Arms come back to the wall. Mindfully, we're going to inhale, root, and rise. Way to challenge yourself. We're going to come off the wall again, about a short arm distance. Puppy dog pose again. Nourishing the spine, nourishing the chest, shoulder therapy. You can keep your feet together. That's what I do, a little space between those heels, or some of you might even have your feet about hip width apart, whatever comes more natural. Walk those hands up. Think about puffing up the chest, tailbone come out and back. Energetically, forehead comes to the wall. Good. You're opening the chest. You're opening the shoulders. You're nourishing the spine. For some of us, let's go a little deeper. Chest to the wall, energetically, chest to the wall, chin to the wall, tailbone out and back. Connect to the chest opening, armpits opening, shoulder therapy, nourishment of the spine. We'll stay here 10 breaths. Continue to draw the chest closer to the wall. Gently release. I am a work in progress, and yoga is a beautiful gift. Awesome. Cleansing breath together. Inhale. Exhale. I love it. Forward fold, pyramid pose on the wall. So we're going to start with the left foot against, straight ahead. and the right foot is against the wall about 45 to 60 degrees. The leg, it's a few inches shorter than a full leg length, the pyramid stance, Parsvottanasana. We're going to place a block in front of the left foot to help us kind of refine and grow the pose together. So hands are to the hips, and both hips, we want them to face forward. Left foot is pointed straight ahead. Back heel towards the wall at a 45 to 60 degree angle. Beautiful. Maybe we think about heel to heel, kind of an intersection, or we widen that right foot a little bit to help us get both hips facing forward. This is an internal rotation, so exact opposite of prayer squat. And you also want to feel that right inner thigh spiraling back. And I like to kind of squeeze those femur heads together. Draw both arms up. Inhale, belly button the spine. The wall is there. It is stability. It is there to help us refine this posture. Inhale, we create length. Exhale, we come into pyramid pose. Intense stretch here. Beautiful. Come to the block here. Come more to that left midfoot. Think about leveling the pelvis. This front left foot comes back and the back hip comes forward. Beautiful. Many of you are going to stay here and find the breath and challenge yourself. Feel that right inner thigh spiraling back. And a few of us are going to deepen this. We're going to come outside the block. We're going to walk those hands back. Sternum and chest close to the shin. Crown of the head going towards the ankle and towards the toes. Find the breath. Beautiful. On the transition, draw those arms up, belly button the spine. Inhale, root and rise. It's not easy to transition in and out of these poses. Step that back foot forward, Tadasana. Cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Adjusting the block. Right foot is forward, left foot is back. Hands to the hips, both hips facing forward. You're going to feel that left inner thigh back, almost squeezing those hips towards one another. Belly button to spine. Inhale, draw arms up. Create length. Inhale, lengthen, gaze up. Exhale, begin to come forward. Coming to the block, and this is where you come more to that right midfoot to help level the pelvis. It's here that you feel the inner thigh spiraling back. If you can, walk those hands back. Deepen the pose here. Sternum and chest close to the shin. Crown of the head towards the ankle, towards the toes. Feel the left inner thigh spiraling back. Good. Feel the stretch in the entire back side body. Continue to come to that right midfoot. Find the breath. On the transition, draw those arms forward, belly button the spine. Root with both feet. Inhale, root and rise. Step the back foot forward. Yoga is a gift. Tadasana. Cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Coming to the edge of the mat here. Good. Now we're going to explore Malasana again. This is another ancient version of Malasana. But it's how we transition in and out with intention, which is just beautiful with yoga. We're going to try to keep the feet together and heels on the ground. And if that's a challenge, you can practice this twice and maybe pause the video. You can even roll the mat back if you have a hard time with the heels lifting. My mat's a little thick, So I don't have to roll it back. Some of you might have to roll it a little farther. We're going to try to keep those heels closer to the ground, okay? The feet are together, ankles, knees, and shins together. If you have a block, hold the block. Good. Connect to those legs. Ankles, knees, and shins together. Belly button the spine. Inhale, create length. Exhale, begin to lower. Trying to lower the hips towards the heels. Good. Don't just dump kind of the torso into the thighs. Create length. Padabandha in the feet, strengthening the ankles, the shins, but also pelvic awareness. The pelvic hip floor muscles, lightly engage those. Find the breath. Mobility. The ancient yogis, we're going to lower the hips to the ground. Good. We're going to find a little core strength. We may have to adjust ourselves. I'm going to come forward just a bit as I lie on my back here. Hollow body hold. Core stability. How often can you work your core? Well, every day. Every day, guys. Hollow body hold. We're going to warm up before our L handstand. In hollow body hold, we're going to glue the lower back to the ground. The upper back and shoulders come off the ground, and the legs are off the ground about 45 degrees. We're just relaxing here. Good. We're going to draw the arms over the head. The palms face each other. If you have a block, use one. If you don't worry about it. So arms over the head. Now we're going to extend those legs. Good. I like to almost glue the lower back to the ground. I almost like to kind of point my toes, I think, engage the quadriceps. Remember, upper back and shoulder off the ground. Arms in line with those ears, palms facing each other, maybe holding the block. Glue the lower back. Awesome. Good. We're going to stay here a while. The core is our stability. It is our fulcrum. Balancing arms and the legs. Glue that lower back. The lower back is flat on the ground. Gently release. Take a break. And we're going to do this again. Core stability. We are a work in progress. A little bit of a challenge on the go-to flow. It's a great little flow. Draw those arms in line here over the head. Now extend those legs, glue the lower back, and lift the upper back. Lift the shoulders. Glue the lower back. Legs together, straight and strong. Lower back glued to the ground, the shape of a banana. Core stability, core strength. Gently release. Woo! Woohoo! Gently lower the block. And here we're going to come with our backs against the wall here. So we're crawling back here. Good. And we're going to have a seat here and we're going to against the wall. How long are our legs? Right? A legs against the wall. And that's where the block is going to go, and that helps us mark our L handstands. Awesome. So back against the wall, measure the leg length, and I place my block there. Good. Partial L handstands or L handstands. This is a great posture to build upon shoulder stability, body awareness, and strength. Hands are shoulder width apart. Beginners can even just bring the feet up here, good. But eventually, the feet are in line with the hips. We're gazing at the hands. Now gaze at the wall, chest and shoulder engagement. Good. Keep that engagement. Now gaze back at those hands and keep the shoulders engaged. We're going to stay here a while. L, handstand. Good. Push the feet into the wall. Engage the shoulders. Gently come out of this pose, wherever we are. Good. Let's do a wide-legged child's pose. With or without blocks. If you have 2 blocks, let's make them shoulder width apart. Big toes touching. Widen the knees. Make room for the torso. So we're just going to kind of nourish and calm, regenerate, and lengthen the spine. If you have the blocks, hands on top of the blocks, which are shoulder width apart. Forehead to the ground. Good. Hips towards those heels. Nourish the spine, create length. This is a calming pose, and often the exhales can be longer than the inhale. Beautiful. Gently coming out of this pose. If you have the blocks, we're going to do down dog even with or without blocks. But if you have the blocks, heel of the hands on the blocks. Lift those hips. Let's all come into Adho Mukha here. Good. Heels in line with the pinky toes. Spread those fingers. Good. Feel the length in the spine. Again, tailbone back and down, pubis bone back and up. Inner thigh spiraling back. Breathe into any stiffness, any pain. Transition, gazing up at the hands, walking it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Tailbone out and back. Exhale, come into a forward fold. Gently bend the knees, swan dive up. Let's open the chest. Let's open the heart. Gaze up. Look up. Exhale, heart centered. Awesome. Adjusting the blocks. These wall drop backs are magical. The wall is a form of a leveraged back bend. When we move our spine in this direction, it's energizing. I had a student that explained this posture as an area of vulnerability and passion and excitement. So spinal health. The wall is a leverage. We're going to push into it to open the chest and the heart. We're going to come about, the hands are going to be about, the feet are going to be about hip width apart. Rotate the big toes in. If you're a little nervous, you can come a little bit closer to the wall. It's energizing. We're going to lead with the upper and the middle back, and we're going to keep those hips pressing forward as we open the chest and open the heart. We'll do this about 3 times. And we'll build upon the length of time holding it as we become more confident and warm. Inhale, arms up. On the exhale, come to the wall and feel the opening of pushing and opening the chest and the heart. Keep those hips pressing forward. Gently come back up. Awesome. Hands heart-centered. I'm going to walk forward a few inches. I was a little bit close there. This is very energizing. Inhale, draw those arms up. On the exhale, hands to the wall. Open the chest, open the heart, and walk those hands back a little bit farther. Keep those hips pressing forward. Coming back up. Hands heart-centered. Again, I might go an inch wider here. Inhale, gather that beautiful energy. Just do you. Be careful where you are. Good. Careful where you are. Challenge yourself a bit as well. Inhale, create length. Lead with the upper and the middle back. And maybe walk those hands back a little bit deeper. Push into the wall. Open the chest. Open the heart. Hips pressing forward. Walk it back up gently. Neck and head last. So profound. Hands heart-centered. After sharing this practice with my friend the other day, she just loved those. She just loved those. She later went home and even did a little bit more. Neutralizing the spine. Let's face the wall here. So our back has been a little bit challenged. Let's keep our feet hip width apart. Inhale, draw those arms up. If we can, draw the palms together. This is where I want you to posteriorly tilt the pelvis a bit, almost like a hollow body hold a little bit. Create length. Gaze up and look up. We're neutralizing the spine. Shoulders away from those ears. Good. Gaze up. Look up. Hands heart-centered. Another gift I want to share with you guys is a forward fold on the wall. The wall is there to support us, refine us, experience things at a deeper level in this go-to flow. We'll start with the feet about hip width apart, maybe about a foot away from the wall. And if that's a challenge, some of us might come back a little bit farther, okay? So about a foot away from the wall, feet about hip width apart. To get in the pose, it's okay to slightly bend the knees to help us get into the pose. Get into the pose. We're going to come to the side here. Good. Coming from the side and then coming with the back on the wall. Okay, so let's come in, approach it together. Here we are. Gently bend the knees. Coming to the side here, and we're going to come out to the side as well. And working on the back to the wall. I might walk my feet up another inch or so. The back to the wall. Beautiful. And relax into this pose. Feel the stretch in the entire backside of the body. Starting from the heels, through the calves, through the hamstrings, through the glutes, through the lower back, middle back, and upper back. The wall is there to support us, to support this beautiful forward fold, Uttanasana. Exhale longer than the inhale. Let it go, let it go. Very proud of you guys.
Gently coming out of the pose. Come off to the side. Maybe gently bend the knees.
And come back up. I'm so proud of you guys. Awesome. We're going to lie on our backs. And we're going to push the midfoot kind of onto the wall. Arms over the head here. Good. As we do that, we're just creating length. Mindfully, we're going to draw the right knee towards the chest and clasp around the shin. Good. Still pressing that left foot into the wall. Supta Parvartanasana, a little lying down spinal twist. We're going to gently come over to the left as we guide this right knee over. Come on onto that left hip. Left hand on top of the right knee, and we're extending this right arm from the shoulder, pressing that right palm to the ground, right shoulder to the ground. We're more concerned with the right shoulder coming to the ground. This is a spinal twist. Let's close those eyes and gaze over that right shoulder and feel that release in the upper and the middle back. So powerful. We're going to stay here several more breaths. Nourishing the spine, nourishing the heart, nourishing the spirit. Gently release both feet, balls of the feet kind of pressed into the wall. Create length. Draw in the left knee towards the chest, clasp around the shins. Good. Beautiful. Lightly guide the left knee over to the right. This is where we're going to come onto that right side hip here. Right hand on top of the left knee. And this is where we're going to extend the left arm. Good. Left shoulder towards the ground. Gaze over the left shoulder. Press into that left hand and feel that release of the upper and the middle back. Exhale longer than the inhale. Enjoy this amazing little spinal twist. So good for the spine, the entire body. Gently release. Press both feet into the wall. Create length. Gently release. Viparita Karani. We're getting ready to wind down the go-to flow. Viparita Karani, legs up on the wall. So we're going to come off to the side here and draw those legs up. Good. If you have a hard time with flexibility, you're a little bit off the wall, that's okay. But if we can, get a little bit closer, sitting bones towards the wall. Legs up the wall, let everything go. The back is grounded, the spine is grounded. Legs are together, and awaken even the arches of the feet. Pada Bandha here in the feet, even just lightly awaken them. Let everything go. Good. Relax the palms. Open heart, open mind. We're going to finish here for several minutes. Good. And as we stay here for several minutes, let's say maybe a little positive affirmation here. I'll say it the first time and then maybe we can say it together. I take care of myself because I love myself. I take care of myself because I love myself. I take care of myself because I love myself. I take care of myself because I love myself. Yoga is about self-care, taking care of ourselves. This go-to flow represents that. This posture, Viparita Karani, we are regenerating our legs. We are helping circulation. We are relaxing here. This is such a powerful posture, so many benefits. Stay here a few more minutes and nourish the body, the mind, and the spirit. You are the light. Share your light, which is a true message of Namaste. Stay here as long as you can today. I want you to stay, just relax and let go.